let's play. Let's do some gaming. What do I want to do here? I think I want to get rid of this. It's so weak. Level 6 blink. It's so good though. But I think it's time to say goodbye. So yeah, let's try and make some new armor for myself. We have a bunch of these armor pieces that I've been picking up. Let's decide what's the best to start with. Right. Anything with armor and evasion is what we're looking for. So energy shield. This can leave right away, right? We want best in class. Another energy shield. This is nothing. This one we'll toss over here. And shop. I don't freaking know. Someone could buy that. Trade that out. Okay. So now let's look at these. 187. 253. I think these are the same though. 61, 62, 271. This is just lower, so we don't want this. We don't want this one either. We don't want this one either. This is just all weak. Crazy. So we're working with these. We can get rid of these. Those are bad. Okay, this is the same thing, but this already comes with 34 res, evasion plus armor. Is this worth to keep? Super elegant plate. Is it just better to go for the heavy plate? Superior heavy plate? Is there any difference in having body armor that is heavy as opposed to, you know, a vest per se, other than the stat differences? I don't think so. So I think we chuck this. We don't need this. So okay, we're narrowing it down. I don't know if we want evasion or armor. I think armor is better just because I know I'm gonna get hit. So I'd rather just have the armor that can withstand it. There is a node, I remember, that gives you this right here. For one, you can convert all evasion rating to armor, iron reflexes. This will cost me 2 because I'm gonna unspec out of this after we're done constructing some armor. So we tried the whole projectile speed thing and I didn't like it. I'll show some video of me kind of running with it, but I think it steps on the toes of the high velocity rounds too much, and I think you're just better off optimizing for high velocity rounds than picking up anything that increases your speed. I don't think, at least from my experience, increasing the projectile speed has any benefit to this particular build. I think you're better off with lowering the projectile speed. I asked ChatGPT this. I'll put this on the screen. I asked, not ChatGPT, I asked Claude, what does increased projectile speed do? And it gave me a whole explanation. For fragmentation rounds, specifically projectile speed affects range and travel distance, not the cone width. Here's the breakdown. The cone angle in PoE 2 actually narrows as aiming distance increases down to a minimum angle. So counterintuitively, more projectile speed means your bolts travel further but stopping, which at longer ranges actually tightens the spread rather than widening it. In practical terms, for fragmentation rounds, more projectile speed, bolts travel farther, cone is tighter at distance, better for longer range use. Less projectile speed, bolts stop sooner, wider spread at close range, better for point blank shotgunning. And then it recommends projectile deceleration. But I had to try it. I was thinking that with Pierce would be pretty beneficial for the build, but turned out you just rather run high velocity rounds if you're going to do something like that. It's pretty much the same thing. But back to building armor. Gain deflection rating. Deflection rating provides a chance to deflect damage from hits, preventing 40% of the damage from those hits. Chance to deflect also depends on the attacker's accuracy. Evasion. This might be pretty good. Increase evasion rating. Quality is 11%. I think this is like the winner right now. Thorns, you don't really care about. Ignition duration, I don't know if I care about that. I guess it's okay, but it's not the greatest. Attribute, this is just too many things that I don't want. I don't know how beneficial the base is versus having a percentages, you know? I think the percentages might be a little better. Unless this base is just, you know, ridiculous amount. The only problem with this, if we want to roll this, is there's no res. This comes with 34 res, which is pretty attractive. I kind of like this one. We can just toss these two. They're too weak. 59. We have armor that's at, I don't know, these are just much stronger, it looks like. All right, what do we want to do here? Are we rolling? I think we roll. Is it an Exalt Orb or Regal Orb? No, Exalt Orb. Boom. Reduce poison duration on you. Garbage, hot garbage, fuck. Okay, well, we're just gonna salvage that. Yes. I guess we're keeping.
How can I help?
Who sent you? Fine.
We're just gonna keep the this is garbage too. We can try for this. It's gonna cost us a Regal Orb though. I don't think I'm a fan of that, right? Yeah, I'd almost rather have the Regal Orb.
Go on. Who sent you?
Alright, let's get rid of this thing. I guess we're not upgrading our armor yet. These boots are still so good. Want to keep running those. Should we change the gloves? Gloves are pretty good too. We have a bunch of boots that we can run through. Helmet? I guess let's look at some boots. Okay. This is just better than this. We'll start off with that base. Life regen, don't care about that. Fire res is pretty good. We can roll this, huh? Boom. Max mana. Garbage. Reduce freeze duration. I don't really care about that. 63 to armor. Is it worth a second check? Max mana. Don't really care about that. I guess we check it. Increase armor and evasion. That's a pretty good one. Is it a second one? It's a Regal Orb, right? We still need... Oh, man. There's so much we need. Increased movement speed. I think... I don't know. Trying for boots is kind of a bust if you're not getting increased movement speed. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, these are great traits, but we're just going to roll so bad on these. I think it's better just to go for yellow boots all the time. Okay, so only yellow boots from now on.
What is it?
Just because it's so hard. It's so hard to get good boots. Gloves, on the other hand, maybe there's a benefit here. We don't need these. Let's see some of these. Yeah, let's see. What do we have? Res, life per enemy killed. We want attack speed. Prioritize attack speed. Dexterity, these are great. Life, mana doesn't matter. We don't use mana. Max life adds fire to attack, evasion rating. This is 160. Armor and evasion rating. That has 2, right? And that's the problem with that one. Is one of those eats up 2. Oh, no. It just adds both of them, see? Interesting. Dude, the 20 dex IAS is so good. Increase armor. We don't want these. We don't have to roll white. We don't have to roll white bracers. But IAS is always nice, right? Should we roll the second? Accuracy rating? Max mana. Oof. Don't need that one. Accuracy rating? Is that ever a thing, dude? I don't know if I ever have a problem with accuracy. You know? Kind of a bust getting that one. And I don't want to spend a Regal Orb to go up on that one. Same thing with this one here, right? Accuracy rating. Plus it's just low. Yeah, these are bad. Energy shield. These are bad. And these are bad. The res and light res, nice. Fire res and lightning res, plus max life. And we're just looking for IAS. That's what this is missing. 20 dex is good. 33 life per enemy kill is great, right? These are still killer. We don't have to look for gloves, if I'm being honest.
Greetings.
Who sent you?
Yeah. We'll get rid of these. Boom. Just this helmet. It's garbage helmet. Armor, accuracy rating, increased critical hit chance, which is nice. We have higher armor. This gives us res. And strength. Some more life. I think I'd rather keep the one I got on right now. Dang, everything I had was just hot garbage. I picked up a lot of stuff too. At least we know what's good or not, though. Okay. So, hold on. Actually, I also want to... also want to optimize for skill. So we're going to optimize for Fragmentation Rounds. So yeah, back to that conversation on projectile speed. Didn't work out well. We're going to refund these We're just going to get out of there. I think we're going to keep... No. Yeah, apply refund. So we get 7 back. Which is good. Yeah. See the character stats. We're not going to... We need to change our boots soon. They're just great boots. 34 intelligence? Maybe not. If we take this off, we can't wear the boots. And that's tough. We need more res. We're just so low on res. All of our gear is so bad. Anyways, let's see what we want to decide here. So... reducing speed is what we're looking for. This one. Reduced projectile speed, short shot. Increased projectile damage. We're going to go in the opposite direction. Any more nodes that do the same thing? I think that's the only one, huh? That's so many nodes away. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do we need the pierce? I don't know if we need those. It's 11 if we want everything. 8 if we only want this. Is there anything in here? Increase attack damage and accuracy area. That's pretty nice. All the way up to here. Attack damage while moving. Unexpected fitness. 10. It's okay. While you have an ally in your presence, that's useless for me. Increase reservation efficiency of herald skills. Efficiency modifiers act as divisors to the stat they modify. For example, 50% increased reservation efficiency causes your reservations to be 67% of their base value. 100% increased reservation efficiency causes your reservations to be 50% of their base value, and so on. Reduced reservation efficiency will cause the modified stat to grow larger instead of smaller. I don't know. Deflection? Is deflection a thing? I don't know how much. We're not doing survivability at all, if I'm being honest. Haven't even thought about it. Because we're not playing hardcore. So I figure just everything into DPS, maximize that, and see what we get. Do we want this? 20 increased projectile damage. That does make up for the other one, but there's nothing in here we really want. Maybe increase reload speed, but besides that, all these nodes, not really interested. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of these nodes I'm not interested in. Maybe this one. Bleed, but it's so far out of the way. What if we go this way? Increase area of effect. We don't need that one. Projectile speed. We do not need that one. Increase projectile speed. Yeah, we don't need those. Huh. It costs too much just to get the reduced projectile speed. I'd rather just drop a support gem into it, right? I think what we want to do is maximize our damage. This is not a terrible node to have. Also not a terrible node to have. 10 10. Usually when you get 5, I think it's okay. Do we want to just flesh out what I already have instead of trying to hop into new nodes? Well, let's take this off. I think we want to try to get into the aggravate. If we're going to start choosing bleed, you know? Further than 6, increase critical headshot. This is interesting. Further than 6. Huh. This might be interesting over your headshot. I kind of like this. This would help. This would make me rely on my high velocity shot. Right? Which is interesting. So this is an interesting node to me. Life leech is instant. Cannot use life flask. Increase amount of life leech. Do we care about that? 1% movement speed, reduce slow potency of debuffs on you. We can get rid of this now. Increase damage with increase bolt speed. Increase bolt speed. 20 damage with crossbows. Melee damage. 30% armor also applies to lightning damage. Stun buildup. So immune to hinder and maim. Ignore all movement penalties from armor. So I think the only two attractive sets of nodes are headshot and aggravation. Maybe these are pretty attractive, but I don't know yet. We haven't gotten into a real difficult situation. We'll pick up strength here just so we can increase our survivability. Yep. Increase our survivability. Oops. So we pull those away, increase survivability, go to strength. Then we're gonna pop into here. Hop over to aggravate. Aggravation. 10% chance to aggravate bleeding on targets you hit. We've increased the magnitude. We can skip these two. Increase bleeding duration, which is pretty nice, I think. Attack hits aggravate any bleeding on targets which is older than 4. This would only be for clearing bosses. Right, we don't need... Oh, we do want these too, though. Increase the magnitude of your bleeding, right? Yeah, let's go there. Let's do that. Let's try it. Okay. So we have optimized for our bleed. Now we're going to get rid of this. Oops. Check our stash. Grab here. Pick up a new one. Fragmentation rounds. Let's see. Okay. We have close combat 2, ammo conservation 3, double barrel 3, poison 3, and this is what we're changing out. Projectile Deceleration 3. Let's swap that out. Let me think. We have that chance to inflict bleed. What do we think about this? 100% chance to inflict bleed. The reason why I don't want to use bleed here is I have it for armor piercing rounds or high velocity rounds, right? Oh, I don't have it for oh, I do, but I only have bleed 2 on there. I mean, I could try it. 100% bleed, right? Alternatively, I also wanted to do the deceleration one. I think for the name, in the name of science. In the name of science, we go with this one here. Projectile Deceleration. Skills have 30% less projectile speed, right? We'll make this. This is a 3. This is a 3. Only a 3. We don't need to waste a 5 here. Oh, we don't have another 3. Shoot. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. Alright, we'll waste it. In the name of science. Okay. 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 Alright. Tossing in a map device. We're going to map. Where will we map next? This one? Poison trees bear pestilent fruit. The woods give their leaves to seasons. Alright, let's go. Can you do multiple? Place a waystone to unlock. Waystone. What is this? 2 waystones? Oh, you can only do 1 waystone. What is this? I don't know what this is. Alright. Well, let's try it. This is a slightly different build here. We need a new weapon soon. But let's do some mapping. See how quickly we can run through this map. Let me time it. Let me time it. Throw on the timer, actually. Alright, here we go. Okay, everything is shorter. If I'm being honest, I don't feel any of the deceleration. It doesn't feel like it's spreading a little wider. Oh shit. If anything, I like the acceleration a little better because I can kind of chill with that. But you're almost better just running this, right? Yeah, you want to be able to get the close combat though, so you're almost right there with them. Almost but the deceleration doesn't do anything. It doesn't make my thing wider. It doesn't feel like it's wider. Maybe it does, but really negligible. There was no power boost. I have to say. So just having my comments as I'm playing through it, you know. Live comments. The skill's still probably the best skill I have. I think you're almost better off with piercing instead. And maybe acceleration is better. I don't know. Even though the spread's maybe more narrow, it doesn't feel that way. It feels a lot more safe because I'm able to shoot them from a lot further away. Oh yeah, I'm thinking the clear speed is very slow. The problem with this bleed build is I'm not hitting everybody. Yeah, that's the problem right now. It's short, so I have to be up close, and I'm not able to hit people that are, you know, on different parts of the map where other skills like the galvanic shards really clear the board much faster. But since our weapons and gear is kind of not that great right now, we're gonna have to grind it out. And we'll continue to grind out the bleed build, even though we know it's not as good as the galvanic shards right now. Just because I think I want to do it in the name of science. I want to learn why the build sucks, and we'll swap over maybe. Haven't decided yet. Maybe make a second character, keep this one. We're really preparing for the next season to come up, so I'll probably run this for the rest of the season. Who knows? I don't think I have enough time to start a new character. I'll be forced to restart. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this build. I mean, I like it as I was going through the game, and I'm trying to use trying to compare it here to high velocity rounds. Where the heck is the entrance to this? It's fine in those situations when I have packs of enemies, but when there's enemies behind me, like that clear is pretty nice. That feels good. Those explosions feel good. Maybe you're just destined to have that combination when you run fragmentation rounds. You freeze them and then you pop them. That feels good. Those feel good. If I'm just relying on fragmentation rounds, I don't think it feels good. Let's try to play with what's crazy, I missed this. Let's try to play with high velocity rounds, see what that's like. I like it in boss fights, you know, but clearing mobs, especially when they surround me, it's just much better to freeze them and pop them. That's why the fragmentation rounds just work so well. Pink. Alright, let's see how we do against these two. Oops. Oops. Alright, we're gonna drop nades here. The frost isn't working against these guys. We have to rely... Oh, I'm gonna die. We have to rely on this one. The frost will work against these little guys, but not against the bosses. Drop a hailstorm. Let's clear some of these mobs. Oh my goodness, these twins. Oh god, I almost died. That would have been bad. They both hit me at the same time too. No! My blink. Oh my goodness, I need something else. I'm out of heal. Alright, I gotta focus. I can't let these things hit me. And he hit me. Oh, I gotta kill these things. I heal from killing, so that's perfect. Oh god. We're getting there, we're getting there. We're almost there. Oh gosh. I gotta switch to high velocity rounds. Here we go, here we go, here we go. We're almost there. Drop some nades. Oh god. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Alright, one down, one down. The poison is what's really good. I think the poison's pretty good. Exalt Orb, that's nice. 2 Waystones, that's nice. Some mitts. Tier 3 and an Ami. Pick up that Ami. See the mitts. Strength and Dex. Not bad. Strength and Dex, not bad. No IAS though. Just gonna keep mine. Someone's gonna want this though, I think. Alright, good deal. Map complete. Defeat all rare monsters. Open all otherworldly breaches. Sacrifice the monsters to energize Val Beacon. Oh, there's more stuff. Do we complete the map? Sure. We'll just run this one map and we'll call it. Alright. Get rid of these monkeys. Let's get around. Is there a checkpoint I can use? No, we're gonna have to run. Alright, here's the first. Struggling. Alright, we got him. Going for the next rare here. Here, I'm just using my Fragmentation Rounds, seeing how it works without the frost.
Get out of the way!
I think having the frost is just always better. It's nice too because I have that ability that increases my attack whenever I swap rounds. And that really helps. That really helps. Alright, let's see here. Boom. Slow. Bulwark Greaves. We promised ourselves we'd only get yellow. Because most of them always suck. Okay, all the monsters are gone. Let's see if we can get to the whatever this thing is. See what I did there? I put him through those two trees. Like it was 300. Did the bleed get him? I was hoping the bleed got him. Bro, my bleed is terrible. It's not 100% bleed. Maybe I should put 100% bleed. The deceleration sucks. Let's just be... Supporting skills have less projectile speed? Yeah, that thing sucks, dude. Let's just make it bleed. Let's see how that works, right? And then maybe we optimize for... What happened? Where did it go? Here it is. We'll just keep that in inventory. All right, so we got that, and the last thing is the little breach thing. Okay, then we'll organize. Yep. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm stuck. It's a dead end. I went the wrong way. Oh god, I'm dying. Holy smokes. I almost died there. I was not ready for that.
Let's not reunite.
But we survived. Crazy. Don't know how we did it. Alright, we'll talk to Zolan.
What encountered was a weakness in the walls of reality. I've read about the cults of the purple. They worship these creatures. If you
I
find
ain't never had much sense. Might as well
Breach
see how
precursor
it is.
tablet adds otherworldly breach to maps. Okay, what is this? Grants 2 breach atlas passives. Huh. Boom. Ooh. Atlas passives. Is this where we're starting? Where do we start? Here? Here? I guess it's this one. Right? Yeah, can't press anything there. I can press something here. Increase the quality of breach splinters found in the breach. Quantity, 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 quantity. It's all the same. Open and close 30% slower. Oh, breaches close and open 30% slower. Interesting. Oh, this is what we want. 60% chance to drop double breach splinters. Waking nightmare. I don't know what we want. I guess we'll take this one. Because we're so close to it already. And I think this makes it a little bit easier. Open and close 30. Well, if I'm surrounded again, I'm effed. I got lucky there. Alright, let's put my stuff away. What's up, Doriani?
Corruption you retrieve. Place a waystone.
Place a waystone.
Go.
Let's put the other crossbow up. And then we got a bunch of jewelry we gotta throw down. We're just not even thinking. Storing all this stuff. Maybe we throw that for sale. We'll decide on the jewelry in another map. Or another video. Right now, I'm gonna set up my shop and get rid of a lot of these waystones. Trade them for some. I wonder if people will be willing to give me a regal orb for them. We'll put 5 up, right?
It's you.
And shop. And then we'll put the rest as exalts.
I have no idea.
I'd almost rather do the
Seems like a good deal.
other orb though. Regal orb. Cause that's, I don't know. It's pretty good, I guess. Maybe not. Maybe the currency we want is just exalted orbs. Who knows? But alright, yep, that's good. That's pretty good. So what we accomplished today, some pretty good stuff. We recognized projectile speed, not really great. Even reducing the speed doesn't really matter. There's no real difference in fragmentation rounds, so that was good information coming in. What else did we learn? Well, we're still looking for new armor. All the armor that we tried to make kind of sucked, so we're on the hunt for some good armor. We're still filling our stash with bows until the day we're just gonna make a bunch of bows, building up our economy, and then running the map was pretty slow. Oh, my clear speed was about 15 minutes, a little bit over 15 minutes maybe, which is kind of not great. You know, you want to clear these maps a little bit faster. I did clear everything in the map, but still 15 minutes, I don't think it's great. Want to get them under, but yep. In the next video I'll have probably progressed a little more. Obviously I'm gonna play a little bit off video to get through some more of the maps, and then I'll pop back in maybe in a couple days to note my progress again.